Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? So I know it's been a hot minute, like a hot minute since I've done one of these videos, but it's okay because I'm here now. These products, so long overdue. It's so time for me to switch out these products. Really, I haven't even been using all of these products this entire time, so it's definitely time for a switch out. I got some new things that I want to use, some other things that I just want to put to the test and try out. So it's time to shop my stash, okay? So just give you guys a quick rundown of everything. So I love my Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. Absolutely amazing. This is in the shade Chai. This is just such a beautiful foundation. It reminds me a lot of the original one, just that this is a more matte long wearing version, and it's very transfer resistant. So I love this foundation. Love the other foundations that I use as well, the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer and the Revlon Candid, but I'm ready to put them back in my collection. The setting sprays, you guys know I love my Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Spray, but the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray is also a really good one. Like, this is definitely a really good drugstore setting spray, but time to put it back. Still really like my Ulta Beauty Mattifying Face Primer. This is like one of my favorite primers of life. The L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer, I don't feel like it does as much as this one does for me, because you guys know this one also has salicylic acid in it. So I'm just not the biggest fan of this. Maybe I need to use it a little bit more, but it just wasn't as great as I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, I'm ready to put that back. All of the lip products are going back. I enjoyed all of these Morphe liquid lipsticks as well as this gloss. This is actually in the shade Froze, and this is actually a really pretty color. If you guys can see, it's like a light pink shimmery champagne with pink reflex through it. This is a really pretty color, and I actually liked wearing this for every day. It's about halfway gone. I can like swirl it around. It's like halfway gone, so you know what? I'm probably going to keep this one in here. I'll switch out everything else, but I'm probably going to keep the gloss in here just because it is almost done. For the powders, I had one loose powder and then two pressed powders. So this is the Black Radiant Soft Focus Finishing Powder, and then this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. These are actually both really nice pressed powders for my skin, and I actually like what they do as far as smoothing out my skin and setting my foundation. And then I also had in my Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder, and this is in the shade Banana. Come on camera, focus. But this is a really nice setting powder. I've talked about this before in some of my other videos. I love the ABH loose setting powder. I use Deep Peach to set my face, and then I use Banana to set under my eyes, and it's just a really nice loose setting powder. So I'm gonna put away all my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. The Cali Kiss Smashbox blush and highlighter palette, I didn't get as much use out of this as I wanted to, but I definitely used this color right here more than anything. Didn't really touch the highlighters, and then I didn't want to use this super bright pink blush, but at least I used this one, and I used something out of the palette because before this I had never touched it. I did use this Sephora colorful blush, and oh my gosh, one time, as you guys can see, it's like super bright orangey red. Camera focus. It's like the super bright color, so kind of got to go light-handed with this one, but I do really like this blush. Same thing for my Colourpop Super Shock Cheek In Tuned In. Very bright. Use it like one time. Super pretty. It's just super bright, so you got to go in with a light hand. And then I think the blush that I used the most was the Milani Baked Blush, and this is in Berry Amour. And this is what she looks like. Very pretty, very soft, very natural, and it has a pretty sheen to it. So that was really pretty. I love and still will always love and use my MAC Whisper of Guilt Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This was from a Christmas holiday collection, and this is what it looks like. Very pretty. Has that nice snowflake on it, and it's just a really bright metallic gold highlight. Love this. I also actually really enjoyed this Wet n Wild Hello Halo blush lighter in Flash Me. The highlighter was mainly what I was going for. It's really pretty. It's like that really pink shimmery gold highlight. It's really pretty, like a duochrome. So I love this one. Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Chasing the Sun highlighter. Beautiful, kind of a deep gold champagne type of highlighter. Really pretty. Still really like this highlighter. And then last, well, actually not last, because I still have this Kylie bronzing stick, which I think I'm going to get rid of this because it's just really it shows up really cool toned on my skin, and I think that's just because the shade is too light, so it doesn't actually bronze my skin how it's supposed to. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this, but yeah, it was in there, and this is in the shade Bronze Tan. And then I have the actual Kylie pressed powder bronzer, and this is in the shade Tawny Mommy. Love this color. This actually isn't a bad shade for me to bronze up my face with, so Tawny Mommy is a really nice color for me, so really like this bronzer. Putting back my concealers, I had my two Colourpop concealers, the original Colourpop No Filter, and then the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid. And then I'm also putting back my Revlon Photo Ready Candid. I love all of these concealers. I feel like all of them have really nice coverage and they look really nice under the eyes. So putting those back, putting back all of my little pigments I had in here from Colourpop, MAC, more Colourpop, BH Cosmetics, and L'Oreal. Putting all of those back and starting fresh. Like I said, all of the lippies are going back, and then all of the eyeshadow palettes. So this is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Round 1. What was the name of this palette? This palette actually didn't have a name, but it was these colors right here. I did use them going back. The Artistry 2 Bad Habit palette, that's supposed to be a dupe for the KKW, the first palette she came out with. This is the Colourpop California Love eyeshadow palette. Still love this one. It is so good. Still love her. Favorite glitter of life. The Too Faced Palm Springs Dreams, I actually did not use this palette. Like, yeah, just did not touch her, but she's going back anyway. Colourpop Brunch State, I actually did use this palette and I really liked her. I really like the shades in here. I did use my Nars Afterglow palette. I actually did a like first impressions get ready with me on this if you guys want to check that out. So did get some use out of this one. Definitely use my BH Cosmetics Illuminating in Ireland highlighter palette. These highlighters are insane and I love them, so use that. And then my Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. I don't know what it is about this palette. I bought this palette specifically for the glitters and I have not touched them. Like, haven't really used them at all. I don't know what it is. I may leave this palette in here. I don't know. I'm gonna decide at the end of this video, but yeah, didn't use it. Okay, you guys, so this is the current setup of everything that we're going to be using for the next however long it takes me to use these products and film another one of these videos. So I changed out everything except for the Morphe lip gloss. I decided to just go with majority of everything new except for this one lip gloss just because it's close to being done. So I have my Revlon Color Stay 24-hour matte foundation in 510 Pecan. I actually really still love this foundation. This is actually still a really good drugstore foundation. I don't think they changed much about this formula because it still works great, wears long, stays matte. Such a great foundation. So I'm putting that in there. I'm putting my Maybelline Matte and Poreless and then my Estee Lauder Double Wear, and as you guys can see, I'm using more matte transfer resistant foundations just because of the whole mask situation. So that's kind of the theme I was going for. Same when it comes to my setting sprays. I specifically chose these two setting sprays because these claim to keep your makeup transfer resistant. So this is the Tarte Stay Spray and this is just a mini size bottle, and then this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Weightless Setting Spray, and I can actually vouch for this one helping to keep my makeup transfer resistant when it comes to wearing a mask. So that's why I chose these two. For my primers, I chose to go with my Tarte and my Smashbox primer. So this is the Tarte Poreless Primer, and this one is more of a silicone texture. It kind of reminds me of the Ulta Beauty Mattifying Primer as far as the texture goes. And then I also chose my Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. I need to get more of a feel for how I like this primer. I always use it every now and again, but never consistently. So I kind of want to get an opinion on this primer. For setting powders, you guys, I have completely changed the game when it comes to my setting powders. So first of all, why nobody told me that translucent powders were really the move? I always thought that using a banana yellow powder was the best thing ever, and I still do, but I did not know that translucent powders work so well when you want a really bright under eye. Like, I've seen people use it obviously, but I don't know, I just always had the fear of it looking too bright and too white. But y'all, I have completely changed my opinion on that. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in Translucent. I'm probably going to use this stuff on my birthday because I love this stuff that much. It is so good. I love it. Same with the Coty Airspun Powder, if I can get it out of here. But yeah, I picked up the Coty Airspun Powder at Walmart just on a whim. I've heard people talk about this powder for years and just never picked it up because I'm like, I don't need a translucent powder if I'm always using banana powders. But this stuff is amazing. It is so finely milled. I love both of these translucent powders right here. And like I said, they've really changed the game for me because I've kind of stepped away from my banana powders a little bit, which I did throw in my Colourpop No Filter Banana Setting Powder just because this was like a powder I bought a long time ago and I've just never really given it the love that it deserves. So I decided to go ahead and put it in here, but knowing how I've been with these translucent powders, I'm probably not gonna use this one as much. To set my face, I threw in my Colourpop No Filter Finishing Powder in the shade Dark, which just looks like that. It's just a pressed finishing powder. So I put those in there and we shall see how it goes. For my concealers, I chose 2 Maybelline concealers and 1 NYX. So I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, the Maybelline Original OG Fit Me. Where is it? There we go. The OG Fit Me, and then I have this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. These are kind of like everyday concealers, so I'm gonna just be using these, you know, mainly for like everyday, nothing too glam or too crazy, because I don't think either of these concealers are for that. So yeah, got those. For my pigments, I chose this Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Nut, and this was actually a part of the Brown Sugar collection with Karrueche. This is such a pretty shade. You can use this as an eyeshadow base, and I thought that would be really pretty for the fall time. It looks really, really good. I also chose this one Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Lightning Bug. This is actually my favorite Super Shock to use for the fall time. It is gorgeous, like that high metallic glittery shine. So pretty. I love this shade for the fall time. I also chose to pull out one of my MAC pigments. This is in the shade English Gilt, and as you guys can see, it's just a really pretty taupe champagne type of pigment, and I don't get enough use out of my pigments, so I definitely wanted to pull that in here. Same for these Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitters. I've had these for a while and just have not shown them the love that they deserve. Everybody always talks about these. Well, probably not anymore, but everyone used to talk about these on YouTube all the time, and I just never given them the love that they deserve. So I wanted to pull those out. And then as another eyeshadow base, this is the Maybelline Color Tattoo Concentrated Crayon. This is in the shade Creamy Chocolate, and again, just wanted to use this as a base for like my more bronzy eyeshadow look. So just wanted to throw all of those in there, and I think they'll be perfect for the fall time. For my blushes and highlighters, so I pulled in this Nars palette. This is the Exposed Cheek palette. I think this is the original Exposed Cheek palette. I don't really know, but she looks like this, and I remember I wanted this palette for the longest time, and I just kept telling myself I was not spending $60 or $65 on this, but I finally caved and I got her, and I want to put her to good use because I did test out these blushes one day just randomly. I kind of mixed these two right here together and put them on my cheeks, and it was actually really pretty. It showed up really nicely on my skin tone, so I want to get use out of this and see how I like it. Then I only put one other blush in here just because I feel like that palette has enough. So this is the e.l.f. What are you? Whoo! This is the e.l.f. blush in Brilliant Mauve. I can't remember exactly the name of this blush, but this is what it looks like. It's that very shimmery type of blush. It gives you a nice glow to your cheeks, but I love the color of this, and I love how it looks so glowy on my cheeks. So when I'm using all of these matte foundations and everything, I can kind of put this on my cheeks to give me a little bit of a glow. And I don't know why they call this Brilliant Mauve, because does this look mauve to you? Hell no. But whatever. I did put a lot of highlights in here, so I have two from e.l.f. and again, I don't know exactly what these highlighters are called because they never put the actual name of the highlighters on the back. It's just called Bronze Gold. This one is Bronze Gold, and then this one is 24 karat gold. And I know y'all are looking at these like that's basically the same damn highlighter, and it kind of is. This one is a little bit more of a light gold. This one is a little bit deeper of a gold. Again, they pretty much look the same. I just put them both in here because I don't use them that much. So that's those highlighters. Then I have this e.l.f. baked highlighter, and this one is in the shade Apricot Glow, and I actually really like this highlighter. I used it one time before and it was just really nice on my cheeks. It kind of reminds me of the Fenty Hustler Baby highlighter, so I just want to use that one. It's really pretty. And then I also threw in the L'Oreal Chromatic Bronze Highlight and Contour Palette. I know this is overkill. I got hella highlighters in here, but I just wanted to throw this one in here because it has a pinky highlighter, and I love pink highlighters. I wanted to have at least one pink highlighter in here. I just had to put it in here as well. And then for my bronzers, I threw in two bronzers that I have really been loving lately. So the first one is the Milani, what is this called? Everybody was talking about it. This is the Milani Sun Drenched, no, this is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 04 Sun Drenched. I really like this bronzer. And then I love, what video was I talking about this bronzer in? I don't even remember, but it was one of my previous videos. This is the Sephora collection bronzer, their matte bronzer in 06 Ibiza. I am obsessed with this bronzer. I love the tone of it. I love the color of it, love the formula of it. So yeah, I had to put it in here because I want to use it. And then last but not least, I threw in my other Kylie bronzer. I think I've already had this one in here in my Shop My Stash, but I decided to throw it in again. This is Tan and Gorgeous, or maybe this is my first time having it in here. Girl, I don't even remember. But this is Tan and Gorgeous, and this is what this one looks like. A really nice neutral kind of brown. So I feel like this one would just be really pretty to kind of go on those everyday looks, because it's really neutral. It's not really red. It has a lot of brown to it. So just wanted to put that one in there. And that's all of my bronzers and highlights. So let's do the lips really quickly. I have all of these Live Glam liquid lipsticks. If you guys don't know what Live Glam is, it's a subscription service partnered with Morphe brushes. I have all of these colors, and these are all like fall colors. So this one is in Happy Hour. It's a nice pink. This one is in Ladies Night, which is a nice dark berry. This one is Plain Jane, which is a nude. And then we have Wanna Spoon, which is kind of like that fall brown shade that everyone likes to wear. So these are really pretty, and I feel like, you know, I just want to get some use out of these liquid lipsticks while it's the fall time, because I don't see myself wearing them any other time. And then keeping with the fall theme, these are the new Buxom fall collection glosses. So we have Hazel, Pumpkin Spice Latte, and then Autumn. So two of them are kind of like that shimmery finish, and then you have the one cream. All of these are plumping, so they have that nice tingle to them, but as you guys can see, they're really nice pretty fall colors. Then I have this Seriously Satin Lipstick from e.l.f., and this one is in the shade Cider. Really nice brown color. It's almost like a burnt kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a brown, okay? But I have this one in here as well. I wanted to try out the Seriously Satin formula. I have my Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Supernatural. Yes, Supernatural. I love this nude. I can't not have a good nude in my Shop My Stash from now on. This is everything. I love this color so much. So put that in there. I also put this other Live Glam lipstick in here, and this one is in the shade Bougie, and it's basically just like a mauve type of color. Really pretty. I also put in this Fenty Beauty, what are these even called? This is the Mademoiselle Plush Matte Lipstick, and these were on sale at Sephora, so I decided to grab one, and this one is in the shade Pumpkin Rose. Now this color is kind of, I don't really know how I'm gonna wear this one, but girl, I got it, and I put it in here to kind of see. Oh yeah, that thing is orange. Girl, I don't even know how I'm gonna wear this, but it's in here, okay? And then I threw in this Milani Statement lipstick. This is in the color Shoot, and this is from the Salt and Pepper collection. Again, this one is just kind of like a matte mauve brown type shade. Really pretty. We can move on to the eyeshadow palettes. So I know y'all can see which one is right in the front. I know y'all see it. I know y'all see her. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Definity palette. That's a mouthful, but look at it in all its packaging glory. So pretty. It is so pretty. I already know the first shade I'm going for is this one. I will be doing a tutorial using that shade. It should be up like soon after this video, maybe even before this video. But yeah, girl, we gonna play with this palette, okay? Because I paid $78 for her and she needs to get used. I also threw in my Colourpop Dream Street eyeshadow palette because, as y'all can see, homegirl is pretty new. I think I've only used this shade right here and this one. Other than that, homegirl is new, okay? So put that in there. I wanted to use my Supreme Nudes Artist Couture palette because this is so pretty and it definitely screams fall. And I actually really like the formula of this palette. Like, this is a really good one. If you guys did not get your hands on this palette, I would suggest it because it's really creamy, smooth, blendable, really nice, and the packaging is just luxurious. I really like this mirror and the whole really sleek magnetic packaging. This is cute. So they did a good job on that one. I also pulled out my Nars Ignited eyeshadow palette. I have all these little Nars eyeshadow palettes and I feel like I don't get enough use out of them. This one has some really nice pinky, purple, mauve, fall type shades. So I also pulled out my Colourpop Femme Rosa She palette from Karrueche. This is so pretty and I have used this palette a couple of times. I really like the shades in here. Wanted to play around with that one. Brown Sugar by Karrueche, one of my favorite fall palettes. I actually put this in my travel makeup bag when I was coming here last year and I got so much good use out of it. I really like this palette. I feel like the colors go together really nicely and it's the easy go-to everyday type of palette. So just throwing that in here. And then last, I have a new palette. This is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I wasn't gonna get this one. I didn't think it was all that interesting and I didn't think that I liked the shades enough, but after seeing tutorials with it, I was just like, okay, I'll get it because I do like the tutorials that people have done. I do like the color selection in here. So I was just like, I'll go ahead and get it. And plus, I just like collecting these little palettes from Too Faced. So I put this one in here because I want to play around with it, get some use out of it. So that's going to be everything, you guys, for this round of Shop My Stash. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. And if you did, you already know, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you enjoyed about it. If you have these products, if you've used them, if you like them, if you want to see me use them, just put all of that in the comment section below. If you're new, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.